stay connected with friends and family. Y'all be asking us that sometimes. So we've chatted about it here and there. So we had some additional things to share. We also wanted to hang out, not really educate and everything like that, unless you take it that way. But we wanted to hang out, say, hey, it's about lunchtime for those guys on the East Coast of the United States. So welcome back to the channel. We also, did y'all want to chat about anything before diving in or anything? Just go ahead. Okay. All right, well, we're talking about, just connecting and stuff. So we got our list here. These are some things that have helped us. So if you're thinking of moving abroad, because that's what we talk about here on the channel, we've lived abroad permanently for about 4.5 years now. So thankful for that, us for family. And so these are some of the things that help us. And if you're thinking about moving abroad for any stretch of time, these things I think will help you. But this is to demystify it. Some things we got up there are WhatsApp. Get WhatsApp, guys. It's that green app with the phone on it that everyone, I heard, thinks is a scam. It's not. It's for people traveling, you're living outside of the United States, or better yet, any country. I think it's owned by Facebook or something like that.
Yeah, it's owned by Facebook, and it's used by 90% of the people outside of the United States. People will have WhatsApp tote bags. Like, that's how popular WhatsApp is. Yeah, it connects, definitely here, like on the continent of Africa, it connects a lot of people, like everyone's using it. And there's communities on there, there's groups on there. I think they now have official news stories on there. Because like Facebook and Instagram, WhatsApp has a section for like stories. I don't know what the exact name is called in African stories, but yeah, WhatsApp is really big outside of the United States. So go ahead and get you that. It's just another app. Download it on your phone. It's just moving your thumbs. It's not going to hurt you. You'll be okay. It's not that big.
Yeah, I think what the deal is get out of the U.S. bubble. And that doesn't mean you physically have to be bubble. That would be nice. But you're in this bubble where if you have family members who are overseas anywhere in the world, more than likely there's going to be some platform that you should consider getting because it's free to be able to communicate versus the old days that you guys don't know about. I remember making long distance phone calls and it's like, okay, you got 2 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. By the way, let us know if you can hear us. We have our mics set up. Type a 1 in the comments if you hear us just fine. Otherwise, we'll keep going. And also, feel free to let us know where you're watching from. Because I can hear where people are from, what state or country. So like that. I do a little bit where we all talk about, I won't say Hallway. The long distance and stuff like that. I think I'm a little old enough to remember it in movies or mom and dad talking about it. We were talking about both. So yeah, WhatsApp is a great way that we talk with people. There is, of course, social media in general, we're also on like Facebook, and we have cousins and nieces and nephews, photos being updated, people getting engaged, people graduating, you name it. So we stay connected that way. A lot of this, a lot of people who happen to not live abroad, some are kind of like amazed, like, can you stay connected? Like, what, are you cutting everybody off or something? Some people think that that's only if you want to do that. But no, there are plenty of ways. 2026, at the time of recording this, we got apps, like Dan was saying, out the wazoo. Some more well branded than others, but there are all types of ways, man, to stay connected with folks. What else we have up there? You got Google Meets. That's kind of like Zoom, but like 100% free.
Yeah, I think Google Meets is a nice one to shout out because it's like Facebook. It might be, but more, when I say that, I mean more people are likely to have it because a lot of people have Gmail these days. Most people are on Facebook, and so it's an easy transition. Like, it's not like you have to create a new account if you already have your Gmail account. And so it's just that app you download, or there's 3 dots in the top corner if you're on your laptop, and you can invite someone meets. And if it's just two people, I think you can talk as long as can be. More
Yeah,
people.
it's unlimited.
Yeah, I think it's unlimited. So I mentioned Facebook 'cause it's like Facebook in the sense that a lot of people already have Facebook, and naturally Facebook, you have Facebook Messenger.
Yeah.
That's another easy one to kind of slide into. You can have your groups. I don't think communities is connected the same way, but it's a nice way to stay connected with people, especially if they're already on that platform.
Yeah, that's true. You can still do your video. Dad and I do that with my groups are mastermind group. Sometimes we do WhatsApp video. Oftentimes Facebook seems to work even better sometimes because that's a connectivity issue. What obvious does, just whatever is best with our connection, our signal, or whatever. That's just what we use, and that's what you guys will use as well. But Dad and I use Facebook message video a lot, which is fun for our mastermind groups and things like that. You want to talk about Discord? Somebody let us know if y'all know about Discord. Daniel likes that platform a lot. I use.
Yeah, Discord is really nice. It might not be known as much, maybe so for younger people, like depending on people who watch our content, maybe my age or younger. And so Discord is really nice in the sense that you have access to video calls and normal types of calls, and they have servers which are almost like communities, but they're like custom made communities, and you don't have to pay to be in one of these. You can have hundreds of people in it, and you can share your screen. You can stream things to the people on Discord. All you need is like your name, your number, your email, and you create an account, and it's available on your phone. It's on the laptop, and it's free. It can be used almost in some cases like Zoom, but you don't have to pay. So Discord is also a really nice option for people if you're looking to really be constantly in communication with people. Maybe let's say you have moved abroad, you're more like us, and maybe you grew up watching stuff with your cousins, or you have that connection. You want to watch something, you can do that quite easily with Discord and still have that moment with someone.
Nice. We also schedule our calls. You make time for what you care about. Mom is the queen of that.
I really have done that. My mother is older now, and so we'd hooked her up with something when we were in California. It was almost somewhat connected with Facebook and Messenger, where she could see what I look like, because she wants to see what you look like. But my sister hooked her up with the WhatsApp now and everything, and so she's able to, we make calls, and she gets to see me, and so we kind of do it around her. She has some doctor's appointments, or she goes for exercise classes or Bible study. So we just kind of say, okay, we look at the calendar, we look at the week, we say, okay, on this day, and you can call me between this time and this time. We kind of just do it that way. We look at the week, see what it looks like, and so I kind of call her that way. My son Matthew, we do like on a Monday around the time he's on his way to work, and we talk at that time. So sometimes it may go around with what's going on in your day, if you're just home, or if you're on your way to work. My other son, we're in the car sometimes, or he's taking a walk in the morning with the dog. So we kind of just schedule it according, we see what works for each other, because I'm 7 hours ahead from all my family's in Maryland. And so we kind of fix it that way, where, okay, I might say to another friend of mine who's retired, she recently retired herself, and she goes, okay, on these 2 days, I'm available from 9 a.m. my time to 12, and my time here. So it just works that way. If you could just get with the person, whoever it is, you say, what works for you? This is this week or next week, and if it doesn't work, you just text each other back. And it's kind of been going on for years now. It's kind of really working well for me, and I just kind of do it that way. And I really like it that way, where, like I say, I can see them, or we do it or we're not, so it's done very well. It just keeps going. We change it up or whatever, so that really worked well for me.
You just been intentional. So that's something we encourage people to do. year. Welcome. We have gone back to the United States a couple of times, so that's been great.
Yes.
But this is our full-time life, and so we learned gradually to work around it. I did have a nice conversation with Ethan yesterday. We just coordinated some stuff up, just getting our schedule right, just making more of a habit to be on the phone, 10 minutes, an hour, whatever time that he's got. We do that with all of our family. We'll have like monthly video and or just audio calls, usually WhatsApp or something like that. And so it's not impossible and falling off the face of the earth or anything like that. It's just a new kind of routine. And I guess, well, technically you already did it. You had family, your family's in the Midwest. We would call, a few times a month or whenever we could. We just accommodate for the time zone difference and just give people the news. Yeah.
Being intentional. And I love the fact that we get to see our grandkids too, like it's their birthdays or other things going on. And they'll send us something on the phone. They'll send a video. We get to see what they're doing in school or play or whatever things that they're doing. So we get to see them as they grow and other nieces and nephews that are maybe younger and things like that. So we get to see cousins and just other family members as they grow and graduation things that are going on. People send pics, people send videos. So there's a lot of ways that we use the media and things like that to kind of still stay connected. Because a lot of times you have to be creative, and a lot of times you may not think about it, but it's like, okay, how can I see so and so? And somebody will say, well, I'm home at this time at these hours, and then you work it out.
Yeah, it'll definitely push you to be intentional. Like, you can't just roll, like, you can't just randomly decide on a Wednesday, oh, I'm going to call someone. It's like, did you check in? Do you know what time it is? Right. Do you have it, like, on your mind? Like, something I've set up on my phone is, like, the time zone. So that way I can see. Like, there's a section that you can go to on your clocks if you're on Apple, that'll show all the time zones, but you can also put it like on your lock screen. I'll try to show it real quick just to see what it looks like. Might not look all that great, but you can see like there's a time there, and beneath the time there are two small times. I have LA time there, and I have DC time there. So those are two different time zones. So that really helps me because I'm not trying to like it's 1 to 7 hours. I probably should do that. It's probably better than but I don't feel like doing that. And so we have the technology now where you can have the time zone right on your lock screen, and that's really been helpful for me. And I've even told like a friend of mine, so that way they know, oh man, it's 1 o'clock in the morning for dinner, or oh it's 1 p.m. over there for them, right? It's right at hand.
Nice. Also, there's the social stuff, like you be playing video games because you got friends in London and of course back in the States and stuff. So that's one way that we keep in contact with people.
Yeah, so that I'll play with some friends online, like on video games. That's a nice interactive thing that we'll do. We'll play games a few times a month, and it's a nice way to catch up. And yeah, it's a fun thing. So that's something we'll definitely do from time to time to stay connected back home.
That's awesome. Social, because I did also remember, shout out to my best friend Marcus, when we were talking about general social media. You might have graduation. Marcus has a new feature film he and his girlfriend, producer partner, are working on right now. So I've been seeing a lot of that. He's on Instagram more nowadays, but when people have some type of project, or shout out to our cousin Esther and Matthew, they're both musicians, when they drop their music, when people have a project, they're even more active on social media. They've got even more of something to share with you, and so that's fun to engage in as Marcus is pumping out podcasts related to the debut of his movie. So that's been cool. Another way to just be like, have something more to talk about and connect with you. So,
yeah, I think you can even call people on Instagram.
Yeah, you can do. I did a mentorship Instagram video.
Really?
Whoa!
It's not promoted very much near as I can tell. But yeah, I think you can voice call and video call.
Yeah, so it's like you got more. I mean,
A
people,
lot of options.
everybody on Instagram these days. So exactly, you have a lot of options.
So you'll probably be able to call on YouTube. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
We also got on here, social stuff like this was big during the pandemic. Netflix or streaming platform watch parties. It was like a type of software plugin where you put in someone's contact information. You could just watch The Matrix together with a group of people. I think there was like a kind of like there's a comment wall here on YouTube stream where it's live. Well, your friends could comment on that as you're all watching the movie, watching the show. I remember doing that with some people.
Yeah, I did that. I think it was a little bit before the pandemic. I was watching anime with my friend. We were watching like Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z. I can't remember which one it was, but those are sometimes things people like to do. You know, we can't go to the movie theater or whatever with our friends.
Oh,
like we
sure,
used
sure.
to back in the States. Those
2
were
hours away.
I need to watch movies with our cousins. And so like this is a nice option as well as like built in Netflix or Amazon Prime where you just hit that share button and you can watch the movie or the thing with the person. So it's another great way to stay connected with friends and family that are overseas. You know, people do this a lot, especially on Discord. That's one of the that's how I was watching the anime with my friend. So
I think there's also, I know this is about connecting with people, but there's also the opportunity to get to see things in the States that you would normally get to see. So your brother and I got to watch the Super Bowl because shout out to daughters like Kiana and Danielle who actually hooked us up, and so we were able to watch the Super Bowl. Of course, it's like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. But you know, it was live, it was fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's something you would say that because a lot of people don't realize they're thinking we have ABC, NBC, we have those channels, and I'm like, those are channels in the States. But when you're in another country, whatever they have, that's what, you know, unless you bought into some kind of package or something, you know, you don't have it. So when we were able to see that, that was really fun. So the way we see any of our sporting things now is on YouTube. It's like the next day or something like that, the highlights. Sometimes we get a little more where it might be, say it's a 60 minutes, something we might get 30 or, you know, it just depends. But so that's how we keep up with any of those things. We try to put any of the Olympics, any of those things. It's like the next day or so you get highlights. But that was fun. That was fun.
Yeah, so that's one way that we do it, and we did touch on the group call, so you can do that with whoever. I know group texts and stuff are kind of the bane of people's existence now. It can be hard to get out. I'm in a couple, and I'm happy to be in them, but that is a way that we keep up, and you know, travelers can keep up with the main news.
Yeah, I like that group text thing because there's a group of us guys who known each other since elementary school. So you can imagine well now we lost so 25 or so of us. And it's great to connect with them about anything, whether it was an advisor of ours from college or someone from elementary school, high school, or whatever, has done something, or one of them is doing something. Yeah. So that's fun. And so we can keep that going. Some people are text people, some people, like Mom's going to be video people, some people are just going to be phone call because they like to talk to people.
Yeah.
But like you said in the beginning, it's about being intentional, scheduling, and also considering which mode works best for whoever it is you're trying to connect with.
Yeah, that's really important. That kind of helps with like, just what's your personality?
Right.
yeah.
And then we also have things like those are some more things that might come to us. I know we got a few people in here peeking in now and again. So hey, and also hey, in the future to those on the playback. We're also this made us think about like things we love to do when we were in the States, or vicarious ways we experience stuff through shows and stuff. Like what was some of the stuff y'all were watching?
Yeah, I guess when we watched The Rookie, that was nice because we lived in California, LA area, so it's like when we're seeing different scenes, they're going down to different places, they're like, I know that street, I know that, I've been there, we've eaten there, so it's familiar and kind of just brings you back to that time when you were there, you know, so, or,
To watch Cross.
yeah,
Alex.
Cross.
Is it
Alex Cross,
Yeah.
yeah, the
Yeah.
new series,
The old time period. The
new
new one.
series, yeah.
And to see, what
Yeah.
Ben's Chili Bowl.
Yeah, but Chili Bowl or
Downtown DC.
the National Mall or
Yeah.
like that's cool because we grew up around there.
Yeah, it's fun to be watching those. Like sometimes Evelyn will be here and be like, "We've been there. We've seen those. Yeah, you drive down that street."
Yeah.
So it's like you're living vicariously through the.
Right. And it's something, because even though we live, I guess because we have moved, so even though we lived in the States and we would see things, we might have planned, but it's the fact that you're not where you've been your whole life, you moved away, and it still helps you to have that connection, because like you said, oh wow, remember when we went to so-and-so there, you know, you just remember the places that we've been to. And I was trying to think of a place today that was not far from where we live in Maryland. I said, it's got the Willis Wheel. I said, oh, the National Harbor.
Yeah.
And they built that up and everything, and I was like, wow, that was something. I don't know if I've seen it in movies and stuff, but I remember that, and it was familiar because it was just not that far from where we live. And I was saying, oh man, they got one of our restaurants that we like, the Fogo de Chao, even though they have not been there. I have, because I usually wine in another area in Virginia, but it's just the fact that when we lived in LA during the pandemic, we ordered some food from there to be able to sample it, but we didn't actually get to be able to go there, but we had the food, Brazilian food, which is excellent. So,
Yeah. I did rewatch Ethan and I were talking about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which we watched when we were in LA.
Yeah.
And granted, the movie set in the 70s, it was still Los Angeles. And I never did get to go to the Cinerama. I think it actually did close during the pandemic, sadly. But still, some of those roads, you know, La Cienega or something like that, I'd be like, yeah, been through there, or Holland Drive, or places in Baldwin Hills. I just watched that new show at the time of this, Nemesis, on Netflix. It's like another crime show. Y'all probably like it. The Principal Coleman's boyfriend is playing a serious role. So he's playing a police detective,
check it out.
hunting down these robbers type thing. But it's based in LA. So, you know, they're driving, you know, Crenshaw, Lamar Park, they're going through all these. I'm like, I remember that place. Or we always see the Getty Museum featured in something. We went there dozens of times. So that's fun to oftentimes relive that and be like, I'm glad we had those memories or something. Or sometimes we'll watch something based in Joburg, like on Netflix in South Africa. And you know, Dan and I got to visit there last year, so sometimes I'll be looking, I might catch a road or something. I'm like, oh, okay, so we went past there. It's just cool, like you just out living life, traveling from DC to LA to South Africa, wherever. It's fun. It's like the world can be pretty small, and just the memories that one can make and that we still have yet to make. You know, so that can be fun. So that's dope. So yeah, that's all we got on our list anyway. We just had a few people. We don't have no comments right now, so I don't know. That could be it. Did y'all want to shut it down? Did you have anything to share?
I guess I'll just say, you know, we still stay connected.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do think about the places that we've been to, and like we just mentioned, but it is possible. We alive and well, coming on in almost 5 years or something.
December, 5 years.
So yeah, it's possible, y'all. The dream is possible.
I thought of something, then we'll head on out. If you had anything to comment on this family, shout out to Stephanie Perry. She posted something where it said she lives abroad as well. She's in Mexico. Dan and I spent some time in Mexico in 2006. But she posted something really encouraging, but controversial, where it was like, what is it? People say anti-blackness is everywhere. This channel's for everybody, but if you hadn't noticed, you know. So, but they were like, anti-blackness is everywhere, and Stephanie Kerr was like, where? I haven't lived in the United States where there's a lot of anti-blackness since I think 2015. She's been living abroad full time, and she was like, "Guys, do you think that they just say that to like cast a net over us, or to spew doubt on our desires to just travel and live abroad?" I think so. She's like, she didn't let that stop her. She's like, everyone says there's anti-blackness, and it just seems like it's a scare tactic to keep you from making memories living abroad. Did y'all have anything? Did that prick anything in you guys? If not, I mean, we were living.
Yeah, we've traveled our whole lives and stuff.
Blessedly.
We've been in other countries. We've been, so no, doesn't stop me from still wanting to go. And we all have different. You can't do what other people do. You just got to do what feels comfortable.
Awesome. That's essentially what she said. Their comments were full of people just talking about that. A couple said that they loved Playa del Carmen.
Oh,
That's where Dad and I went in Mexico 2006. It's really jumping right now. And it was just nice to see all those comments of people who are either planning to move abroad and chat with her, or they're like, oh, maybe it's okay or something, because again, she hasn't lived in the United States since 2015, which is pretty amazing. I just love that she has that adventurous spirit. It's like, guys, you're gonna find love wherever you look for it. So that came to mind as well.
No, I guess if a farmer observes the clouds and the sky and the wind, they may not plant seeds, and if you don't plant any seeds, if you don't do something, you're not going to get to experience a harvest because you're so busy observing. There's always an excuse why you cannot or will not or would not do something, but after a while, you kind of overcome those kinds of things and get on with your life.
Yeah, I love to see. I'll be on threads from time to time, and I'll see someone come like, "Black folk, what's it like living like those who took the mantle, like ran to move abroad, or like what's it like living out?" Or someone will say, "I'm finally moving to Japan. I'm taking my stuff," and the comments are always so wonderful, and it always shocks me because Threads, the social media platform, is so different than any that I've been on. It kind of reminds me of Twitter, but it's not filled to the brim with
toxicity,
toxic or trolls. I mean, yeah, they're there, but it's just random everyday people, and it's like, wow, like these are authentic comments of people like, yeah, I took the helm, I went, and I'm having a great time. I've been living abroad for X amount of years. It's
get your passport stamped,
exactly.
memories, albums, all that stuff.
It's beautiful.
That's good. So yeah, if you Black or otherwise, you want to move abroad, do so. Lean into it. Shrink away from it. Get your passport stamped and make those memories. These are some of the ways that we stay connected. Nothing shared is particularly sophisticated. It's fun. WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram. You good to go, and just stay connected with your loved ones. So we just wanted to jump on here and hang out. We appreciate you guys watching. Before we go, just remember we do deep dives into our life abroad, things that we don't share publicly on our members channel, members only. So it costs about as much, a little less than like 2 cups of Starbucks coffee. So we have a wonderful community in there where we just tell y'all a little bit more of our business, a little bit more of the things that we have planned. We hang out a lot in there. So the link, if you'd like to enroll in that, is in the link in the description of this video. It's our YouTube members only. We post even more videos in there about life abroad. So if you enjoyed this, we encourage you guys to check that out. With that, we will see y'all on the next video. Be blessed.